Everybody hold your hand out, okay? We're going to do a little bit differently today because we are starting a new series about the fundamentals of our faith. I've been convicted by the Lord that churches have to understand what we believe, who we are, how to apply it, and that way we know where we are. You know, the question I asked myself today was, why are we where we are? Look at our culture, look at our country, look at our world. Why are we where we are? And the Bible tells us very clearly it's not understanding mankind's purpose, mankind's responsibility. Let me begin by saying that as Christian people, we are to love each other.
Amen.
We're not to operate in hate, bigotry. We're supposed to love each other. When you see anybody acting violence, that's never right. We need to be understanding we're one race, the human race. God made one race. And as we look at humanity and our culture and our history, mankind has not been correct. But that's because we're imperfect. And we look to a perfect Savior. So I'm going to talk today about mankind, and again, our series on fundamentals. I want you to look at your handout, but also your Bibles or your phone or your iPad. Let's follow on Scripture because I'm not doing PowerPoint today because I want us to work at it. We have to be able to interact with the Word of God and Scripture really to learn what it's all about. I got one slide at the end I'll show you, okay? Begin with Romans chapter 6. You don't have this on your handout. It's the one I wrote on my paper here. Romans chapter 6 verse 19 says, Paul writing to the church at Rome said, I put this in human terms because you are weak in your natural selves. Now, that's very important for mankind to understand. Without the God nature, we don't have strength. We're weak in the natural form. Just you need to offer the parts of your body to slavery, to impunity, and to ever increasing wickedness. So now offer them in slavery to righteousness, leading to holiness. Now, slavery in our country is a negative word, but in the Bible times, they're talking about it spiritually. We are to be a slave to Christ, linked up to Christ, in bondage to Christ. And by the way, our problem is narcissism. We're all focused on us instead of Him.
Amen.
It is not what I want. It's not what you want.
Amen.
It's what He wants.
Amen.
And guess what? If we do and seek what He wants, we shall be successful in all that we do. And God provides for us every way. I begin today by looking at Genesis, which is a good place to start. John's going to be teaching some of that. In the first point, the unsaved persons are natural mankind. I want to tell you this. By the way, I'm in Kenan. I am not really surprised you're here today because the Lord placed in my heart this week. I actually saw both of y'all. And that baby, I did. I mean, you see, God doesn't work in just, it's not coincidences.
Amen.
You know, I saw them in my prayer time. I saw Kenan, I saw Anna, I saw the baby. So thankful for them, what God's done for them. And they've meant a whole lot to our church, our family.
Amen.
And let me tell you what. God will give you visions and dreams if you'll just trust Him.
Amen.
Okay? Well, the unsaved persons are natural mankind. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a slug on your porch? You know, I still do this. Little kid, Mom would say, get the salt. I'd rather get the salt, going on the slug, and the slug will gone. Now, here's a question for you. I want you to look at yourself. Now, slug, you. Both of your creations, what's the difference? You got a God touch in you. That's what mankind is not remembering. What makes us different than all the other creatures is the God touch. You don't see a cow driving a car. Do you? I mean, I've seen them running cars. But you don't, when's the last time you saw an orangutan write poetry? Now, it's kind of funny, but here's the seriousness of it. Why is it that mankind supersedes the animals? Why does mankind write and dream and sing and play guitar and write poems and do creative things? Why can we work and think and add and make money? Why are we that way and not everybody else, not any other creation? Because God made us that way. It's the God formula that's missing in mankind, and we don't give God the glory. Listen, we are all slaughters for the Lord. John Newton wrote, I was a worm before I got saved. And so, let's get it clear. why we are where we are is because we've forgotten the source of our creation. That's God. In Genesis 1, 26, 27 it says, then God said, let us is plural, that means Trinity, God, Father, God, Son, Holy Spirit, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. They will rule of the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the livestock, all the earth, the creatures that crawl on the earth. Okay, let's stop there. Our current culture says that animals and man are equal. In fact, some say some animals are better. Porpoises, spotted owl. They put mankind on the same level as species of animals. By the way, talk about evolution. Monkeys are still monkeying around. Why haven't they evolved out of that species? You see, you don't jump species. Man is always man, monkey's always monkey, and I've seen some men that seem like the missing link, but they're not. Now I want you to hear me today. We don't jump species. So when we start putting the creation over the Creator, Romans 1 says we are involved in idolatry. For instance, otherwise became fools. We are a foolish nation, foolish world, because we're doubting God and not putting us where it should be. So, He made mankind to rule, and people get upset about that. Who do you want to rule? A monkey? King Monkey, rule us all. No, He made mankind to rule. And then we get in this fight about men and women. Who's better? It's simple. Women are. I'm smart, buddy. I've been being 46 years. I know exactly who's smart. If you think I'm going home after lunch saying I'm smart, you're crazy. I mean, men are great, but women are smart. They marry us, don't they? But here's the deal. Men and women are equal. Different in responsibilities in time, different in genetic makeup, different in female. By the way, let me get real clear on this too. Man has made the confusion on gender. God has not. It is male and female. Okay? Now, I won't get into that today, and there is love and forgiveness for people that are confused. But I'm telling you now, if we don't set a clear seal with our young people, you can buy everything unisex from jeans to toothbrushes. And they may not know who they are, but we got to understand why God did that. There's a purpose in having male and female. Okay? So I won't run too much of that today, but we need to be clear and also loving to people that are confused. Okay? So God created man in His own image. Now the word image here means to chisel out something from rock. An image. So man's image that he was made by God was a God image. The God component. The God thing. It means the likeness of God. He created them male and female. Aren't babies beautiful? Amen. They come from male and female. Okay? And so we all understand that. In Genesis 6b, what happened to us? Well, women, I hate to bring this up, but so she took some of its fruit. So she took some of its fruit of the tree and ate it. The tree that God said don't eat of, she ate of that tree. And she also gave some to her husband. There he was. Just sitting there, standing there, shopping with Eve. You ever been shopping at the mall? You know one thing. You don't buy, you pay. Now you don't go to the mall either.
Oh, don't even say that.
So the woman, Eve, mother of all things, took the fruit she wasn't supposed to eat. God said, don't eat it. She ate it. Don't touch it. She touched it. And she gave it to her husband. He was standing there with his hands in his pockets because he didn't have any clothes on. His hands, I don't know where he had his hands.